Hey y'all, so Shanny Shan Shan is something else. Isn't he a cutie pie? He's a cutie pie. And again, please you guys go subscribe to Orange Cat's channel. She does great stuff, but she's more lighthearted about stuff, stuff more uplifting if you're feeling down. But Shani came back and posted this video. I don't know what is going on. I'm here for it. And you guys, we're still saving the children. So you know that we're still saving the children. That's the most important thing. So right from the gate, I was dying. Is Shani okay? Is she okay? Like, I don't know what's going on with my Shan Shan. Our Shamu, what's going on? I think she's on something. I don't get it.
So, a lot of survivors out there in that nature, when they start speaking out, when they start trying to present the truth and talk about the things they've gone through, what I've noticed and what I've gone through myself is they end up being attacked by people.
So I have questions. Did Shani Shan Shan lose some weight or is she using filters? I cannot quite tell. And the other thing is this bitch for real? Is she for real? Is this what we're doing now? For real, for real. So she is for real because now she is part of this movement because she went through the same situation as young kids. Of course, Shani, you did. Of course, you did. And this is a different way for you to crypt. But does she look like she lost weight? I cannot tell because it looks like she's filters on, you guys.
End up being doubted by people. They end up getting these smear campaigns on them for just speaking out about their abuse. Um, and what it is it's meant to trigger their MK Ultra programming to get them to stop. Now, those who are MK Ultra survivors and they know they're being discredited and they know that there's certain code words and certain things being done to trigger the MK Ultra trigger switch, I guess you could say.
So now I am concerned about the headgear. I don't know what she spends most of her day on online. That to me it looks recognizable as from a lot of other religions. It's a headgear worn in mourning or to a funeral. Like what's Shani? What is she doing here? I don't understand. Does anybody know what is um MK Ultra thing she keeps on talking about? I was too lazy to look it up. I was hoping that you guys from you guys watching them over the years, you know what the heck MK Ultra is all about.
Um, to silence the person who's trying to speak out over the things they have gone through due to their trafficking, their MK Ultra training, and when you acknowledge that, when you see that, you can certainly see the villains from, the actual victims. I know people right now are doing the here kitty kitty. Yeah, I agree with that. Here kitty kitty.
All right, guys, help me out. I heard her phone buzzing, and I heard that shaking of the bell. Is that her new ringtone now? Is Jason on that on the other side of the house texting her at the appropriate time, and so that you get that little bell? But it happens again. I don't think I noticed the buzzing of the phone either. It is so bizarre. It is so bizarre, you guys. It's weird.
Uh, I've noticed in this situation dealing with Allie Carter and the victims that try to speak out over the things they've gone through, there's certain people who claim they were a victim, but really was a participant of the evil, the pedophilia, the sexual abuse, uh, and and they try to put the person back into the state of feeling defeated, because that's the point of MK Ultra is you feel defeated, so you're easily manipulated and controlled. And you can easily notice it once you have the tools, once you have the knowledge of what MK Ultra is and what it can do to someone.
Shani, that little spew that you said right there is to me tells me that you're trying to memorize what happened in the DD case and you're trying to tie it to your own self. But you're doing a terrible job, my dear. You're doing a terrible job because if you went through all that, you will not have to be looking up and down or whatever to remember what actually happened, because it actually happened to you. That shouldn't be coming out of your mouth. No issues. Yeah, you might break down, you might cry. You know what I mean? That's normal human behavior. But you two, you're sitting there looking up and down trying to remember what you heard on a documentary. You're full of shit as always, Jenny. Go take a dump. And Jason will dump that bucket out for you and then take another dump. Get out of here.
Now, I've been researching MK Ultra probably since I say like around 2004 is when I started taking an interest in it. When I started noticing it. I know my dad always talked about stuff like that because he's military, which, you know what they can do with that. A lot of military professionals choose one child to MK Ultra and do unspeakable things to easily control them. Um, a lot of MK Ultra survivors get very shunned and blacklisted by society. Uh, a lot of us don't feel like we should go outside. A lot.
Okay, so Shani thinks she's shunned by society. Who shunned her? People are encouraging you to go out in society and work, you bitch. People are telling you go out and get a freaking job. Who shunned you? People are trying to push you out in the world. Like, what are you talking about? And the earliest sentence before that, she tried to insinuate that since her dad was in the military, they choose one child out of the family and she was the chosen one to be part of MK, whatever this fucking thing she's talking about. Shani, you're full of shit. You are so full of shit. Oh my god.
A lot of us feel like we're stuck in a bubble. A lot of us are pretty much dealing with a life of isolation because of the levels of harassment that happens to MK Ultra survivors, you'll never be left alone. You'll never be left alone. You'll always have people attacking you. And not only that, but they'll recruit people that don't know you and just believe the maligning stories to attack with them.
So you guys are gonna notice different speeds that she's talking in. The earlier speed, I didn't realize that I didn't speed it up. So the rest of the video is sped up. Just giving you guys heads up.
As an MK Ultra survivor, you tend to not look at humanity very well. You learn not to trust anyone. You learn how to function isolated and without anyone. You you shelter yourself a lot because you need to be sheltered. People who have been severely abused, it's a shame that other people assume that people who've gone through a lot of abuse can go out in society and be normal and feel normal. And honestly, it's unfair to have someone who doesn't trust other human beings and force them out in a society that they don't even trust or believe in because they never saw the goodness in mankind.
Okay, so you guys heard the second bell. I heard it. It just happened that her phone was buzzing at the same time she was ringing her bell. This time around, she is the one shaking the bell. Moving on. Shanny, how do you think your kids feel like? Huh? You were never an abuse victim. I'm sorry, you were never. You're always the abuser. How do you think your kids feel about you, honey? Shut up, Shanny.
I know how that is. See, I realize to the majority of people, I don't matter. My life doesn't matter. I'm meant to be bullied, destroyed, isolated. The amount of people that have stabbed me in the back is tremendous.
Oh, wow. So these two nincompoop are not even trying to hide their background, eh? The money's run out. That whole little we broke up bullshit is over. So now they need to get a new hook, which is why they're getting Shani's doing this I care about child exploitation nonsense. It's not nonsense. Coming from them, take it with a grain of salt. Um, they're not even trying to hide the fact that they're still in the same house because the money ran out. Wow. And do you guys think she actually took a snip back? I know I asked you this before because I cannot tell. I think she's been using the damn filters. I cannot tell.
Just for me speaking out, just for me being like, yeah, I was abused. And I'm seeing it in other people that are survivors as well of abuse. If anyone could, like, just step out of their ego for one moment and just try to imagine and put yourself in the shoes of a survivor who doesn't trust mankind, who gets hated tremendously for no reason. Their name gets discredited, their words get discredited and twisted, and they get turned into someone that's a monster when really the people who are trying to turn the person into the monster are the true monsters. They just have the more popularity, the more people behind them, and they think just because there's more people, they have more power. And they don't. Because like any other magic,
I have to confess this, you guys. I've been staring at her forehead with that stupid mole thing. Have you guys ever watched Claymore? If you watch Claymore, you understand what I mean by the character. I don't want to get into it with the horn. Yeah, that's what Shanny reminds me of. Anyways, let's continue. Oh yeah, and I don't know if I explain what Claymore is. Claymore is an anime, one of the best written animes. Anyways, let's move on.
Spell. Once you know the science behind the spell, once you know what the trick is, it can't work anymore. There comes a point in a person's life where they're discredited, where they just want to come out and be like, I don't care if you discredit me. I don't care what your opinion is. I know the truth. You don't know the truth. You're not in my life. Get out of my life. But there's a lot of people who want the power. They want to be the know-it-all. They want to be the supreme victim. Jabber right.
See, Shani Shan Shan. Um, I think that was the Lord trying to tell you to stop lying. He tried to stop you from lying, Shani Shan Shan. You just would not listen. The Lord was trying to get you to stop lying.
But when there's other people who are speaking out, they go around and they discredit their name because they have to be the big papa. They need to have the control of the information. And it's a sick game to play. And it shows me who you are when I see you going after a victim, claiming you are a victim, and you're not. You are a willing adult participant. And you're slamming someone who's been abused as a child, do your allegiance to some fucked up cult group, terrorist group.
You guys, I hate to say this, but I think Shani would do very well in that environment because she will feel important. She will feel validated. Shani will make a good recruit for such things. Honestly, think about it. All she ever wanted was validation, and the world give her validation. That's scary, thinking about it.
See, as soon as the person came out and said, that particular group did that to me, that's when you changed. Because your allegiance is more important than the truth. That's when you find out that Baphomet in the back of your head, in the back of your neck, it never was taken off, was it? See, I'm the type of person who loves to give.
Okay, I'm just gonna take that she just recently rewatched The Matrix because there was a reference to The Matrix. Oh, Lord Shani. You're entertaining, but Lord. Go and get some help, my dude. Go get some help.
People the benefit of the doubt. But when I start seeing it, when I start seeing them attacking victims that don't need to be attacked because they're the only ones who are helping children, it changes your mind and your thoughts upon that person. I don't care about the web of lies someone has to say about a victim. I care about that victim knowing there are people out there that hear them. And I hear the victims. I recognize the victims. I see the victims. The victims are the people who are not going after others. The victims are the ones who are just trying to speak their truth and just want to be heard. While the villains of the story are the ones trying to point the fingers and be like, look what they did. Look what they said. Let me put doubt in anyone's mind. Because that's exactly how Satan runs, right? Did God really tell you you were going to die if you ate that fruit? Did God really say that? Is she really the daughter of him? I see the devil. The devil is the one who puts seeds of doubt in people's minds.
It's very interesting for you to say that, Shanny, because I see you as the devil's spawn. For real, for real. I see you as a child of the devil. So it's interesting that you're bringing that up.
While the children of God are just speaking truth and just trying to get their story out there as a warning to help people. See, you can discredit me and other victims all you want. But at least, the victims, the survivors, we're trying to help people. You're not. You just want to put seeds of doubt in for views and clicks. So you can feel like you're some Billy badass. And you're not. You're a...
Shanny, you are not a victim. You're a victim of your own demise. You hop on to topic to topic to the hottest topic to make yourself also another victim. So you have more people to grift from. And thank God nobody put both of your channels in the name for you to be monetized. Thank goodness.
weak, pathetic, liar, slanderer, malicious person. And when you see someone is a very malicious person, it's like, all right, you're done. Next. Who's the next person who's going to stab me in the back? Who's the next person who's going to support me and then unsupport me? Oh, wow. Go in a fucking line, guys.
Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, she's upset now because probably she's been hitting up people that send a cash app, requesting money, and they probably said no. And I will not doubt if they hit up the couple that sent them $4,300 and they told them no. So now they have to come up with a new grift. Nobody's willing to send them money. So that's why she's back on the interwebs. The money's run out. Interesting.
Go in a fucking line. Because the survivors of MK Ultra, the survivors of sex abuse, they have enemies from here to there. Because the abusers don't want the real truth out because they're cowards. That's why they pick on people who are weaker than them, so they can feel a little bit powerful in their cowardice.
Shani, same can be said about you and your kids because they were weaker than you. Same can be said about you and your kids. Okay? So what I need you to do, you're no victim of anything. The only thing you're victim of is of your own demise. So shut the fuck up, Shamu.
See, I'm not afraid of getting haters. I'm not afraid of getting stalkers. I'm already stalked. I'm already hated. I'm a perfect candidate for Allie's army at this point. Because I deal with what she deals with all the fucking time. But at least I'm focusing on the children. At least I'm focusing on the morality of the situation. Instead, you want to ignore that children are dying and being abused every day by sick elitist fucks, by your teachers, by your senators, by your bankers, by your policemen, your doctors, your nurses. You want to ignore that and go after someone who's just speaking the truth and tell them that they're a liar. You remember in the 80s when they used to have missing children on the milk cartons? Why don't they do that anymore? Why don't people talk about the missing children anymore? I think it's
Shanny, you are truly a fucking moron. When was the last time you saw a milk carton? I mean, I see them here and there, but have you ever heard of the thing called the internet, Shanny? You're really dumb. Dear God.
because our elites know that people are complacent in it, that people are okay, that children are dying every day to serve the needs of adults who have sick, fucked up minds. I can't stand this world. I just want to go home and be with Jesus at this point.
Wow, Shanny, that's highly presumptuous of you if actually heaven and hell actually exist. That is highly presumptuous of you that you're gonna be going upstairs instead of going down in the basement. Very presumptuous.
I don't care about the people in this world. To tell you the truth, a lot of the adults in this world, they're all they are is just selfish. The Bible says it perfectly. I'll say this. They say they're lovers of themselves more than lovers of God. It's true. They
Just like yourself, Shani. How are you not seeing, and how are the words that are coming out of your mouth not registering that you are actually talking about yourself? How is this not registering?
They need to be celebrated. They need to be worshiped. They need to have the people congratulate them and tell them how amazing they are and validate themselves. You know what that shows me, though? What kind of low self esteem you actually have is when you need the approval and validation of others. Because you don't like being wrong. You don't like the fact that someone said, no, I don't want to work with you. And that's pretty fucking sick, especially when there's so many children out there that need us, our helps, and the police ain't doing anything about it, really. The government ain't really doing anything about it. Every once in a while, you see a little snippet on sex traffickers being taken down, usually in Florida, because Disney and all. Pedophile capital of the world is Disney World. Why don't you look into how many missing children there are that go missing every year at Disney World alone? It'll make you sick. And how dare you say teachers are doing this? Dude, don't you know the predator goes near its prey? Why do you think Dan Schneider went to Nickelodeon? Because the kids were there. They go and work purposely with the kids to traffic them. That's why you don't put your children in the industry. And in fact, everything I know about the industry now, I don't know how anyone would willingly want to go into the industry knowing that you're gonna get abused. You're gonna go under MK Ultra. You're gonna be manipulated, you're gonna be used, and you're gonna be treated like a commodity and not a human. Why would you want to do that to yourself? I know I don't. I'll never work with Hollywood.
I love how she says that as if Hollywood was knocking down her door, like, come on, girl, we need your talent in Hollywood. She's acting as if she had a choice to work in Hollywood. It's like, ma'am, nobody was beating down your door to work in Hollywood. What? Get out of here.
They're damned. They're going to hell. And they're going to burn to a crisp, and they deserve it. They brought it on to themselves. We need to start focusing on the kids instead of petty drama for views and clicks, because it really does show your mentality. What's important to you? What's important to me is knowing these babies are out of the hands of these monsters. That's what means to me. That's what matters to me.
Interesting. So, why get mad that people were trying to make sure that your kids were out of the hands of monsters? Hmm? Why are you upset about that? Because you're claiming that you care about this one thing, but you don't care about the other thing because your kids were highly abused and neglected. You're mad about people calling CPS on you about that. But I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly. Anyways, but Shani, people feel the same way about you. That your kids are out of the hands of the monsters. See?
And you start looking into the missing children in your area. Start questioning neighbors. Be your own detective. Because obviously the police aren't going to do anything about it because they're on it.
Okay, Shani. So are you gonna be knocking on your neighbor's door? Are you gonna get your fat ass off that damn couch and knocking on your neighbor's door looking for these children? When you never bothered to get your fat ass off the couch to get your own children back. So you expect us to believe that you're gonna do this for other people's kids. Get out of here.
And I'm not saying all police. There are good police officers out there. There are good social workers out there. There are good foster homes, even. But a lot of them, all they care about is the money. The money. Not to know there's precious babies out there suffering. They don't care. Have you heard of the one guy who was caught in LA with a shipping container full of 17,000 bodies of babies torn up, tortured to death? Have you heard that?
Shani, Shani, get off online for real. This time, go to a doctor and get some medication. Like conspiracy theories, especially this one, is not gonna do well for your mentals. Like, go see a therapist.
And it was surprising when I found out it was in LA when this happened. I was like, oh, okay. Guess they had a good party that night. Like I said, women are used as broodmares within these type of cults to put babies out there just to be abused. We really need to start focusing on that instead of petty, fucked up, stupid things that really don't matter. The children matter. I don't matter. I know I don't matter.
Jenny, when it comes to this context, that includes kids, no, you don't matter. You're the worst when it comes to children. So you're a non sequitur. You do not matter. And stop using this as full band for me nonsense because it's obvious. You have no fucking idea what you're talking about. You're just trying to remember, what you heard. It's absolutely insanity.
The majority of people out there, they don't value my life. They think I should always stay in a state of defensiveness and feeling bad over things and tragedies that happen in my life. That's why they keep reminding me of the tragedies that has happened in my life to keep me in that MK Ultra state where I'm silenced. Trauma recognizes trauma. Trauma sees trauma. Going after survivors and victims is not a good look. And the real people, they're going to see it. and you're going to be exposed to the light.
Okay, so I see what's going on. I think I might have mentioned in my last video, but okay. So she's trying to make herself a victim so she will not be called out for theft by deception of the $4,300 from this couple. So this is her long way about of putting herself as a victim of something else. So therefore, we're not allowed to come after her. I see what she's doing now. It makes sense.
And shown who you truly are at the end of the day. Slander away, it's all you can do. Because your allegiance is more important than the truth, than doing the right and moral thing. And that's to protect the children. Have I been perfect in my life? Absolutely not. Nobody is. But I'm not going to stay complacent in knowing how screwed up our world is and nobody's doing anything about it.
Okay, Shanny. What exactly are you doing for the world right now? What are you doing right now to help the situation? Don't tell me that you're sitting your fat ass and telling the internet about it. The internet already knew about what has been happening with P. Diddy and Beyonce's husband, whatever his face is. So you're not gonna sit here and say like, oh, nobody knew about this until I mentioned to them. No, ho, you did not. What exactly are you doing for the world right now instead of ripping it off? Tell me something.
When I have a platform and I can utilize it to help others that need to be helped. Do I have my comments off? Hell yeah. I'm not going to be harassed by these satanic fucking people ever again. I'm not going to be threatened. I'm not going to be coerced. I'm not going to be manipulated anymore. I'd rather say what I need to say and go. But things need to change. And we need to start focusing on the children who are still enslaved. And it's not only in America. We have to focus on Africa too. And the child slavery rings they have in those places. And in China, the sweatshops, all children, full of abuse. You don't think you don't think in these sweatshops they just use them for labor? They don't just use them for labor. They use them as party favors. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Stay strong, Allie. You got people who have your back.
But anyways, you guys, yeah, I cut it off there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go through her previous live stream. There's something I really don't want to cover. I'm not interested in. It's regarding P. Diddy and Jay-Z. I'm really not interested in dealing with it right now. But this is all I got right now from her. But it's something. She is something else. So I'm gonna take that the money is run out and she's trying to find a different craft right now. So it is what it is, but that's all I got, and I will catch you guys in the next video. And Happy New Year, and take care of yourselves. Later. Until the next one. Bye. Okay, you guys, I found out what MK Ultra was. It was a human experiment program designed and undertaken by the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA. Okay, so that's what she's talking about. Anyways, bye guys.